Well, it may or may not be. Yeah, if you inherit, that would be the 10%, right? That's the 10%.
So we have like pretty conclusive evidence that my grandmother had this hyperthyroidism. She's been taking the same medication that was prescribed to me for 30 years.
Right.
And, she goes to her endocrinologist and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So, and because we do know that this thing, it is hereditary, it can be
Who
passed
told you
down.
that?
That it's hereditary?
Yeah.
A couple of people, a couple of doctors. I mean, like, okay.
Show me the lab. Show me the gene testing.
Okay, I can't.
That's a familial problem.
Familial problem, like problem in the family.
That's generational.
Yeah.
If my great-grandfather had heart disease, and my grandfather had heart disease, and my father had heart disease, all by the time they were 40, and I'm 37 or 38 and I'm getting close, that doesn't mean I'm going to get heart disease. It has nothing to do with that. It means I need to eat something different than my great-grandfather, my grandfather, and my father. I need to change how I respond to stress. Yeah. This is called epigenetics. You can just go through Bruce Lipton's work, The Biology of Belief. Yeah, even your wife here is familiar with this, I guess. So yeah, we can change our genetic the expression of our genes. But if your grandmother, let's just theoretically say, I know we're not talking about you right now, but your great-grandmother had hyperthyroidism and she ate certain foods, and then your grandmother had hypothyroidism and she ate certain foods, and your mother had hyperthyroidism in theory, right? And she ate certain foods, and you're eating the same foods, you're acting in a similar way when they get stressed out, you're having a similar kind of response to your environment, you're going to end up with the same disease. But that's not hereditary. Hereditary is implying that there's a genetic component to the thing. So that would be called familial, or it's a meme, M-E-M-E, or it's like a habit pattern, right?
Yeah.
So you can change all that. These are things that we change. Just as real as your diagnosis and your disease is, healing is just as real and can create just as much of an impact on your health and your life. People are brainwashed in this country to think, oh, if my foot's doing this and I have restless leg syndrome, I need the pill for restless leg syndrome. Well, yeah, I'm sure that pill works, but why do you have restless leg syndrome? It's real, you really do have it, and not having it can be just as real. If you're depressed and you want to commit suicide, that's a big deal. You better go on an antidepressant today, but at the same time, you can get help and not be depressed and be happy and joyous like every other country in the world, except for maybe this one and certain parts of Europe. Healing is real just like disease is real. So there's no reason to have them convince you that, well, we did the test and this is what we found. Well, yeah, that's just you, buddy, and this is all the only test you guys have, and you're just working with the insurance companies, and you're just getting paid if they approve the test or don't approve the test. If they don't approve the test, you won't do the test, and then you won't help me, because I need a different kind of test that you don't even have available to you. It's all a scam. It's like a scam isn't the right word, but it's all like a system. If you're outside of their system, their way of doing things, then they can't help you because it's not what they know how to do. It's kind of like asking somebody to build you a spaceship to go to NASA, and the most fancy thing they've ever built was a wooden desk. All they can do is build something similar to a wooden desk. They can't even think of the idea of a rocket ship to go to the moon or to Mars. All they can think about is the wooden desk, or a fancy, maybe a house at the most.